Travel presented by Vintage Guitar Magazine with your host, me, James Patrick Regan, otherwise known as Jimmy from the Deadlies. And today I'm speaking with guitarist and band leader Andy Thomas. In our conversation, Andy describes living in Florida and growing up in Virginia, and he tells us about his new album, Highway Junkie, that was produced by Widespread Panic's Dave Schools. And Andy explains how the two of them met. Andy tells us about his gear, Telecasters, Les Pauls, and Firebirds, and an Oliver amp. Andy describes his influences, Lynyrd Skynyrd, Little Feat, and Andy's father. Andy takes us through his musical history, a family band, the Yarns, and now out on his own. And Andy talks about running the band with members spread throughout the South, and he discusses the logistics of rehearsals, touring, and managing the band, all while being married and having a young son and working a day job in construction. And finally, Andy discusses how he navigates his sobriety while touring. To find out more about Andy, you can go to his website, andythomasmusic.com. That's ANDYTHOMASMUSIC.com. And he's very active on the socials. Please subscribe, like, comment, share, and most of all, review this podcast. I'd really appreciate it. And please support Vintage Guitar Magazine and all the wonderful things they do for us guitar players, because they do so many wonderful things for us guitar players. Oh, and hey, if you want to support the show, I have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/HaveGuitarWillTravelPodcast. Here's my buddy, Andy.
James.
Andy.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
What's up, brother?
How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good.
I'm good. Yourself?
Where are you located?
I'm down in Boynton Beach, Florida.
Whereabouts is that?
Southern. Just north of Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
About 30 minutes.
Okay. All right. Is that where you grew up?
No, I grew up in Virginia, actually, in Goochland County, Virginia, just outside of Richmond.
The album that you just put out, it's fantastic. The tone.
Oh, thanks, man.
The tones on it are fantastic. It is the album that I think every guitar player wishes he's made.
Damn. that is sick. That's probably the coolest thing I've heard so far about it.
Well, it's awesome. I mean, yeah, the tones are just fantastic. The songs, the guitar complements the songwriting, and I think that's something that people struggle to do, and you've managed to make it work. How'd you get hooked up from the guy, your producer? So
Dave is also a Richmond, Virginia native,
okay.
And we met through some music friends. Like maybe 12 years ago.
Uh-huh.
I was actually playing with some of his high school buddies.
Oh, wow.
Back in town, and he came to see them, and I was playing with him, and we got introduced then, and then we worked a little bit together on a project before COVID. I had a band with my brother, and we did a few songs then, and then kind of COVID happened, and So yeah, I just reached back out to him, having worked a little bit with him before, and having this on, writing this record, and just thought he would enjoyed working with him so much before. I just thought it'd be a great fit and could help bring my vision to life. And so yeah, we hadn't talked in maybe a few years, but I just reached back out and was like, hey, I got this going on. Do you want to come on board? And he was like, hell yeah.
Right on. And were you a fan of his band? Is Widespread?
Oh yeah. Widespread Panic's one of my favorite bands for sure.
Cool. And are they? I mean, they're a national act that draws people all over the place. But are they big in Richmond, Virginia?
Oh yeah, they just did two sold out nights at the new amphitheater. That's 7,500 caps. So they just had a big weekend at the end of last year in Richmond, and yeah, I mean they're definitely big in Richmond. But I know the Dave tie helps too. People get super pumped when they come to town.
Yeah, exactly. And have you had an opportunity to support them on any of their shows?
I have not. Panic doesn't typically do
support acts.
Openers, yeah, because they do like a 3+ hour set or show 2 sets. Although they have put on their own festivals in the past, and they do like a Mexico event, and they have like stuff that they're involved in. So I could maybe see something like that happening in the future. That's Panic related.
Sure. And so when you perform, what are you using? I mean, I've seen. Do you use that ES-175 that you have? I assume it's an ES-175.
Oh man, I don't. That the hollow body.
Yeah, exactly.
I borrowed that from a buddy for the studio.
Okay, all right.
I love that guitar.
It's a cool guitar. But I've seen pictures of you with Les Pauls, and I've seen mostly a Telecaster with the humbucker in the neck position.
The Telecaster is my baby. I've had that guitar for like 16 years. And
oh wow!
I would say I've played her the most. That's it's actually a 52 reissue I bought new from the store.
Oh wow!
It's been refretted with steel frets. It has Lindy Fralin pickups in it.
Wow!
I had somebody make me that pick guard, the leather pick guard. A Texas guy made that for me. Right. I switched around the electronics because I like having the volume pedal near my pinky for slide.
Sure.
And so I've done a few things to it, but all the road wear is from me. I bought it brand new. Yeah. But that is my favorite guitar for sure. I'm definitely a Tele guy if I had to pick. But I also love a Les Paul, and I used a Firebird all over the record as well.
Okay. What kind of Firebird?
It's
vintage, or was it just off the rack Firebird?
Yeah, I actually got it from a fan. It's a 2009.
Right.
I actually got my Les Paul and the Firebird from a fan.
Right on.
They were like looking to get slim down their herd, and they're like, well, it'd be cool if you could take them on tours, just see if you like them. And of course I loved them both, so I was like, I'll take them.
Right on.
But I recorded with both of those. I recorded with the Fender with my Tele. Those are pretty much the guitars all over the record, other than that hollow body. Okay. I borrowed a hollow body and a Strat from a buddy that lived down the street from the studio. Okay. That I used for like 2 songs.
Okay. Right on.
But
what are the 2 songs that you used the hollow body on?
I used the hollow body on Runaway.
Okay. Yeah.
And then like that guitar solo on Runaway is the hollow body. Sure. And then I used it as the rhythm guitar on I believe Kings and Queens and the duet. I think I tracked the rhythm. Okay. Right on. And then the Strat I used on Freedom Song. You can probably tell it's like the second position Strat sound.
Yeah.
And for the rhythm, and then I also used it as a second guitar on Down the Line. Yeah. It's kind of like a counterpart, like a little Skynyrd-y part that I felt like needed.
Yeah.
That's that classic second position sound.
Sure. When I got to the Freedom Song on the album, I was thinking, this is a great album. Like the first couple of tracks are good. They're great, but usually albums like fall off at that point, and yours just like continued. It was like, oh, this is a fucking great album.
Sick, thanks, man. I appreciate that, and a lot of that. The order is definitely. The sequence was well thought out, and there's a lot of thought behind that, just for the listener. And I've been listening to these songs, for so long throughout the process. Sometimes you want to hear them a certain way, but you got to like step back and think about the new ear and from a different perspective, and like maybe what that story's actually saying. So it definitely went through a couple sequences before I. Pick that one.
What did you use for amps on the record?
I used so I have an Oliver B120 that I actually It's an old 70s bass amp. Jess Oliver was like the Ampeg guy.
Oh, okay.
And they're actually it's a 115 bass amp that I actually used for the first time in a buddy's studio years ago. He was like I was pretty new to the studio, and he was like, well, try a guitar just straight up through that bass amp, the B120. And I like cranked it. He was like, dime it out, man. And I was just like, this is like the greatest sound I've ever heard, like a Les Paul through that thing.
Yeah.
So I ended up finding one later on, and I bought it off this guy, and I chopped the 115 into a head, and I run it through a 212 that I built.
Wow.
So I use that on the road, and I actually used it in the studio. We stuck that and an old 70s Vibrolux in a closet together, mic'd them both up, and that was the tones for the entire album. We just blended the two.
Yeah.
And I would say it was mostly my Oliver, though.
Okay. And were you using pedals or not so much?
No.
Right on.
No.
It just kept getting better.
I just did straight in, and just allowed like for any kind of like really effects to be done in post, which it was just like maybe some verb and slap back here and there, but there's some tremolo. I maybe ran through my tremolo pedal a little bit, if at all, but other than that, I just plugged in and just cranked them up. The only thing that like changed per song was how much gain I was driving the amp. But that was about it. That was pretty much it for the whole record.
Yeah. And who were your guys when you were growing up? Like as far as slide, who were your guys when you were?
So slide, I would say I learned from the Skynyrd boys for sure.
Yeah, of course.
Was kind of like my base, and then of course like Allman Brothers.
Yeah.
And Dwayne, but I started like with the style that like Gary would do on Freebird, and then like Steve and Ed would do on like just like some of like the Phil stuff and like the other Skynyrd tunes.
Sure.
And then I got into Lowell George. Like the way he would like sing and then play slide in between and stuff, and that kind of vibe. And One More from the Road from Skynyrd and Waiting for Columbus from Little Feat definitely were like monumental records for me for guitar playing.
and go ahead.
And just songs in general, and like Van Zandt and Lowell were just like from a singer songwriter point of view too, it's like they were just big for me. And then of course all the guitar playing that went with both of those groups.
Yeah. And how did you get exposed to that? I mean, you're pretty young. How did you get exposed to that music?
My old man played guitar, and he had all of these CDs and records and stuff, and he would just play his Strat all the time, like in his like the second half of his office was like just like receiver, tape player, record player, CD player, and it all connected to these big like JBLs that he would just. But I was engulfed in it from a pretty early age, and I got my first guitar when I was 10. And
what was the guitar?
It was a Yamaha Strat.
Okay.
I used black with white pickguard Yamaha style Strat.
Okay.
And every day after school, I would just go home and play along with like Skynyrd and Stevie Ray Vaughan and Clapton and Allman Brothers and Marshall Tucker, and just any record my dad had that I thought was cool and like had a cool riff. I would just like go figure it all out by ear, and just I just put in my hours really young doing that. And eventually my brother got drums and my dad bought a bass so we could all play together. And that was just like my childhood. Was just like the family band, and playing songs and learning songs together, and so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, of course. Does your brother still play drums?
He does, and he works in the industry side now. But we had our band for a long time. But my dad started out on bass, and we were playing out, and then my brother and I got some guys together, made a record, and we toured from 2015 to COVID times.
Okay.
So put in a good 5 years, and but yeah, he hung up the drumsticks to help put on festivals and stuff like that. So he's still involved, but the road life, he was over that.
Yeah. And when in your on your dates on your calendar, are you able to drive home after all those dates? They're all in Florida. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen your calendar.
Yeah, the Florida show. Yeah, the Florida shows. If I can drive home and put up the band at the house, I do for sure.
Yeah. So where are you guys based out of?
So I'm in Florida. Yeah. My road drummer is Mark, who played on the record.
Okay.
And he is in Richmond, Virginia.
Okay. Oh. Wow.
And my road keys player is Rhett Huffman. He's in Atlanta.
Okay.
And then my bass player is Greenville, South Carolina.
Damn. So do you guys rehearse before you go out on the road?
Yeah. We typically rehearse in at my drummer's house.
Okay. In Richmond.
Or here, yeah. If we're leaving for something, I'll meet everybody in Richmond and we'll rehearse and head out, or down here at my place in Florida.
Okay. And you always tour with a band, or do you ever do shows acoustic?
I always tour with the band unless there's some kind of solo thing requested, which I've done before, but I don't have any solo tours in the foreseeable future, but sure. It's something that I've definitely done and will do.
Yeah. And what do you use for an acoustic?
Right now I have a Taylor that I like, and that's kind of I have a couple other old I still have the first acoustic I ever had, which is a Yamaha.
Yeah.
But I still love the way it plays.
Sure.
And it was the first thing I ever held acoustic wise. But I've got this Taylor that I like. That's kind of the Dreadnought style. But I've got definitely my eye out for a new acoustic soon. I'm always looking for a new acoustic to write some new songs on, or
Yeah. And how many dates are you guys doing a year?
Well, how new this project is for me. I just told my agent to put me on the road as much as possible. But I'm coming off. I've been in the band Yarn for the past 3 years, and we're doing at least 150 shows a year. And wow. I'd like to get myself right there too.
Sure.
I'm just I'm in this transition period.
Yeah.
Where the record's coming out, I'm taking off on my own, and just brought on my agent. So we're filling the calendar. I'm gonna have a busy summer. I'm about to announce all of July, all of August, and working on the fall now. So I'm gonna be on the road. So I just got a couple initial dates out there just to kind of
put something on your calendar.
Just to get it out there, but a lot more is coming, and so yeah. And
are you guys touring in a Sprinter van, or what are you using?
Yeah, I actually just sold my work pickup truck for a Sprinter. Yeah, I've got I've got no more personal or work vehicle other than the van. So,
what kind of work were you doing?
Construction.
Oh, really? Right on.
Yeah.
Is that tough on your hands when you're playing guitar?
Yeah, I've tried to be safe about it and wear gloves and stuff, but I've just had to do what I've had to do for the past like 6 years. Really, it was just
Yeah.
doing renovations and contracting and any kind of construction I could really do.
Yeah. Right on.
But yeah, hopefully not too much longer on that.
Well, not if you're on the road.
Yeah,
Not if you're sitting in a Motel 6.
yeah, but yeah, well, I just got a 2018 fit, 12 passenger Sprinter.
Why not? Are you gonna deck it out inside?
I'm sorry.
Are you gonna deck it out inside?
I mean, for now, I don't like pulling a trailer, and it's the 12 with the extended cargo, so it's like the size of the 15.
Yeah.
So I can have 3 benches, 2 front seats, and all gear and merch for a 4-piece band in the back.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna keep it as is until I pull a trailer, and then I'll probably make the inside a little more like mini tour bus like.
Yeah.
But for right now, it works just with like the 4 or 5-piece band plus like either 1 or 2 crew or my wife. Like it's a good size. It's a good size where everybody could still be comfortable and
Yeah.
Without decking it out yet. Funds are tight.
Yeah, I understand. And you guys are a sober camp?
I am, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been sober for 1,010 days.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But a couple of the boys like to just drink like some light beers and stuff here and there. Nobody's out of control though. I definitely wouldn't.
No, of course not. Is it tough? Is it tough being out on the road? And
yes and no. I would say it's. I mean, just in this new chapter and headspace and everything, I would say it's a lot more manageable than the way it used to be. Trying to do it recklessly. So in that aspect, actually having like a clear mind and intention and
sure.
Just with all that, it definitely makes things easier. Of course, it can get tough. Like kind of like. It's like, all right, well, all I used to know was like this situation and what did I do? Yeah. I drank in this situation and I did blow in this situation. You know what I mean? It's like, it's that took some time and, like when I was just starting with the Yarn boys, that that shift and figuring out how to navigate that was like a little bit of a learning situation, but that's all been great. And I just it's a lot easier this way. And like I just set up boundaries and just know when to take myself to bed. And
sure. Yeah, of course.
It's a business, and just gotta.
Yeah. And do you have to get to bed? I mean, is that a requirement for your voice? To
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Even without all the extracurriculars, I'm like, if you don't take care of this thing, it is not going to be good to you the next day.
Well, that's a fact. And what about? So you mentioned you have an agent. Are you managing the band, or do you have a manager?
I actually am currently managing the band. Right
on. That's great. I say it's great because I think it gives you more control, and you are there's nobody more invested in this project than you. So,
sure.
So you know what you need.
Sure. Yeah. It's working right now. Hopefully, I can hand it all over soon.
And when you move to Nashville,
to the right person. But
are there any plans to move to Nashville at some point?
No.
All right. On.
I don't see that happening.
Do you ever? I mean, you mentioned you're close to Fort Lauderdale. Do you ever grab a guitar and go play at a pizza parlor for to work out new songs and stuff?
I did stuff like that when I first moved here, and really up until about a year ago, like when I was off the road with Yarn or just like after work and stuff. But no, but I phased that out, just trying to. I mean, I guess it'd be like one thing if I was like in a band and like just came home and like did some solo stuff under my name, but the band is me, and I just phased that out to just try and build all the markets near me with ticketed shows. So I just kind of had like a clean cutoff from any kind of like beach bar gigs.
That makes sense. And when you were doing beach bar gigs, other than your own tunes, were you playing covers too?
Oh yeah.
Oh, because that's how you get tips.
100%. I mean, shit. I'll still take the boys down to. We'll go do the Green Parrot in Key West, and which is like 3. You go and you play 3 90s a day with them. It's like a 90-minute sound check, which is a set, and then 2 90s at night. And next time I'm going down there, we're just doing that for one day. But I've gone down and done that for 2 days or 3 days, and I mean, with that much music, you kind of have to be an encyclopedia. And I mean, I grew up playing in bars, so I know the whole fucking songbook, really.
And are you doing like AC/DC? And I mean, I figure you're doing Skynyrd and stuff, but are you doing like Jimmy Buffett, AC/DC? Is it all over the place, or is
I do love some Jimmy Buffett. So I've 100% covered Jimmy Buffett. But yeah, anything, any kind of like the old classic rock stuff that fits, and definitely the southern rock and old country stuff. Some like newer country, like I'll cover like some Sturgill Simpson or some Tyler Childers. Like some Lucas Nelson, stuff like that. And then at our show the other day, just on like a normal show, I did a Skynyrd cover, a Little Feat cover, a Hardworking Americans cover,
right on,
and a Blackfoot cover.
Yeah, on the record, there's 12 songs. Is that right?
There is, yeah.
Yeah. So, are there more songs written that you guys are playing, or how long of a set are you guys playing, and what do you use to fill it out?
We played 2 hours the other night.
Wow.
And I would say, so the record's 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Or 46 minutes, but that can be stretched. Like there was a couple things I snipped on the album just to make it fit.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those songs, like the endings, like on Dirty Work, there was like this whole like breakdown moment during like the ending where it was like 3 minutes longer. So like we do that live. We extend like the Runaway solo live. We do a solo at the end of Freedom Song. All the bridges I would say are at least twice as long. Just like all that's like we really stretch it out.
Yeah.
So I would say, like the whole album, if it was played through, would at least be like 60, 70 minutes.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
And then plus a handful of covers. And then I also have there were some songs that didn't get put on the album that we've done, and then there's also some of my older songs from my old band that we have done as well.
Okay. Right on. That's great.
Yeah.
Are any of the guys in the band from the Yarn that your band?
No.
Okay.
They're not. Completely different guys. Yeah.
That's awesome. Like your night right there on the beach, what do you do for fun outside of music?
Oh man. We'll go see music if we can, but we got a 4-year-old, so
wow.
we're doing family time a lot of the time.
Yeah. Right on. That's great.
Yeah. But it's awesome. Yeah, we got the beach close by, and I don't know, we like take him to do cool family stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Whenever we're both home, my lady also works a lot and travels for work, and
Oh, wow.
we're fortunate enough to get to do the traveling together a lot. So we either bring our son, or grandma lives also in Florida.
Yeah.
One of them. So we'll go visit her a lot, or just go leave him with her, and then like, fly out of like Orlando.
Yeah.
Instead. But yeah, it's always a trip. She does hair and works for this hair care brand where she goes and on the road and educates for them at salons and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
so we'll we'll compare calendars, and if I'm going to be in like these three cities, she'll book around those three, so we can get to go do it together.
Yeah, that's great.
So yeah, that whole aspect is great and works out, and we love that.
Yeah. And you mentioned you're looking for a great acoustic. Are there any specific anything you're looking for apart from the acoustic? Are you looking for gear?
As far as gear, I mean, I'm always looking for amps and acoustics, and I love all my electrics, but sometimes you just pick one up and you feel like you got to have it.
Yeah, of course.
And of course, pedals are always fun. I actually have a buddy making me a new pedal right now that I'm anxiously waiting on, because I'm pretty excited about it. But this guy, Spencer Ross, down in Alabama, has made some pedals for like Little Joe and Sturgill's band, Luther Dickinson,
of course,
Kingfish. He actually made a bass pedal for Kevin Scott too, like the Mule Drive or something. But he's making me this drive pedal that some of those guys were raving about. That was like kind of an accident. It was supposed to be a drive pedal, but something, I think like the first one he made, he like forgot to put the drive circuit in it. So it was like kind of just like a clean boost. So he ended up having it like a clean and drive toggle on it now. And he's like, these couple guys are just like raving about not only Spencer, but this pedal. So he was wiring me one up a couple weeks ago, and should be getting it soon. And
right on.
I'm pretty stoked to get that on the board. I don't use a lot, especially when I'm like fronting a band and singing and playing guitar. It's kind of hard to. You don't really have time to just sit there and toggle and with colors and stuff. So I like having something that sounds good that I can just pretty much roll the whole night with.
Yeah. Yep.
With the exception of, I've got wah, tuner, clean boost, drive, tremolo, one delay for slapback, one for long, and then phaser if needed. But that's about it.
Yeah. Any specific brands?
Let me see, where the hell is that thing? I got it. Well, one of my favorite pedals is the full tone Super Trem is one of my favorite pedals of all time.
Mine too.
And I have the Super Trem and the Super Trem 2.
Wow.
And I like them. I love them both really. But I just put the regular one on the board when I'm fronting the band, but I had the 2 on for when I was able to just playing lead guitar and able to mess with things on the fly more.
Yeah.
But something about that Super Trem has just got like the sauce in it when it's on, it just like adds, even if the tremolo isn't super, rigorous or, if it's just on lightly, it like still just adds something really nice.
Yeah, I understand.
But for slapback, I got the Greer. I got the Greer Black Tiger. I got the T-Rex replica.
Oh wow!
For the long. I like the Exotic EP Booster.
Yep, exactly.
I've had this Love pedal. Do you familiar with them?
Nuh-uh.
The Love pedal. I had a couple of them. There was like the JMP was like this black version, and then this is called the Amp 11. It's a little more MIDI. The other one was a little more like a Marshall, but I don't know, some boutique pedal that I found. I forget where, but I got two of them, and I've been using them, and I like them, but you know, then you use something for a year, and I'm like, I need something different. So that's why I got Spencer wiring me up that new drive pedal. So,
Well, it's been wonderful talking to you, Andy. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, totally. Where are you at?
I am in Napa, California.
No way.
Yeah, north of San Francisco.
Oh, cool. Where did we go over last summer? We did San Francisco and then Cloverdale. Is that right?
Yeah, Cloverdale is yeah. Where did you play in Cloverdale?
They had like a Friday after 5.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Yeah, they're
town.
The Music in the Park or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yup.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was a cool little town.
It's a fantastic town. That no doubt.
Yeah.
We had. I was gonna say there's no clubs there, so I was wondering where you played, but now it all makes sense.
That little concert series was cool, and it was on the way to. We were going up to Oregon to do a couple of things.
Yeah.
And that was a nice stop.
Yeah, of course.
And can't wait to get back out that way. So
well, I can't wait to meet you in person.
Yeah, totally. We'll totally have to connect. I told my agent, I was like, get me out west.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you'll do well out here for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, I appreciate you really digging the album. It means a lot.
And your socials are _Andy Thomas.
Yep, that's Instagram, and then Facebook's just Andy Thomas.
Okay. And your website is Andy Thomas Music.
Yep. And
what about a YouTube?
YouTube, I believe it's also the Andy Thomas.
Okay.
Yeah, I think YouTube is / the Andy Thomas.
Okay, cool.
Or even, I'm sorry, it's the _Andy Thomas as well.
Okay, perfect.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
Well, yeah.
Thanks,
you, James. I appreciate it very much. Have a good rest of your week.
Likewise. And good luck in the shows coming up.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Talk soon.
Yeah. Thanks for listening to Have Guitar Will Travel. You can catch up on all the things I'm doing at thedeadlies.com. And I'm on all the social media platforms as well. And please support Vintage Guitar and all the wonderful things they do, because they do many, many wonderful things for us guitar players. Thanks. Please subscribe. Please tell a friend. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.